Hey there, food lovers! Welcome to another delicious journey through culinary history. Today, we're tackling a classic dish with a fascinating past: beef stroganoff. This creamy, savory delight has captured the hearts and taste buds of people all around the world. This dish hails from 19th-century Russia, where it was a favorite among the noble Stroganov family. The Stroganovs were one of the wealthiest and most influential families in Russia, known for their lavish feasts and love of fine dining. Legend has it that a French chef working for the Stroganovs created this masterpiece. Combining French culinary techniques with Russian ingredients, he crafted a dish that was both unique and exquisite. It quickly became a symbol of Russian cuisine, enjoyed by both aristocracy and common folk alike. The rich, creamy sauce and tender beef made it a hit at gatherings and celebrations. Beef Stroganoff's journey from Russian kitchens to our tables is a testament to its timeless appeal. Over the years, it has evolved and adapted, with each culture adding its own twist to the recipe. It's a dish that's both comforting and elegant, perfect for a casual family dinner or a special occasion. Whether served over noodles, rice, or potatoes, it never fails to impress. And the best part? It's surprisingly easy to make. With just a few simple ingredients, you can create a dish that's rich in flavor and history. So let's gather our ingredients and embark on this culinary adventure together. We'll need some tender beef, fresh mushrooms, onions, garlic, and a few other pantry staples. We'll break down each step, ensuring you feel confident and ready to impress your friends and family with your newfound Stroganoff skills. From sautéing the beef to creating the perfect sauce, we've got you covered. Get your aprons ready, folks, and let's get cooking. Together, we'll bring a piece of Russian culinary history to life in our own kitchens. Before we fire up the stove, let's make sure we have everything we need. Let's gather our culinary comrades and set the stage for a delicious journey. Here's what we'll need to create our beef stroganoff masterpiece. For the stroganoff, we'll start with the essentials. 1.5 pounds of boneless beef sirloin, cut into strips. Season it with 1 teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of black pepper. We'll also need 2 tablespoons of olive oil to sear the beef to perfection. Next, we have 1 pound of cremini mushrooms sliced thinly, 1 medium onion, chopped finely, and 2 cloves of garlic, minced to release their aromatic flavors. Half a cup of dry red wine is optional, but it adds a depth of flavor that's hard to beat. It brings a rich, robust taste to our dish. 1 10 3/4 ounce can of condensed cream of mushroom soup will give our stroganoff its creamy base. And 1 cup of sour cream will add a tangy richness. Finally, a 1/4 cup of chopped fresh parsley for garnish. It adds a pop of color and a fresh herby note to our dish. For the noodles, we'll need 1 16-ounce package of egg noodles. Boil them with 1 tablespoon of salt to enhance their flavor, and don't forget 2 tablespoons of butter to coat the noodles, making them rich and delicious. With our ingredients prepped and ready, we're all set to begin our culinary adventure. We're one step closer to stroganoff bliss. The excitement is building. Remember, quality ingredients make a world of difference. Fresh, vibrant produce can elevate your dish from good to extraordinary. So, choose fresh, flavorful options whenever possible. Your taste buds will thank you. Now let's move on to the exciting part: cooking. The sizzle of the pan, the aroma of the ingredients coming together, it's all part of the magic of creating a delicious meal. Alright folks, let's get that stovetop fired up. We're about to embark on a culinary journey that will elevate your stroganoff to new heights. The key to a flavorful stroganoff is a good sear on the beef. This step is crucial because it locks in the juices and creates a rich caramelized crust that adds depth to the dish. Set your burner to medium-high heat and add the olive oil to a large skillet or Dutch oven. The right amount of heat and oil ensures that the beef sears perfectly without sticking to the pan. While the oil heats up, season your beef strips generously with salt and pepper. This simple seasoning enhances the natural flavors of the beef and prepares it for that perfect sear. Once the oil is shimmering, it's showtime for our beef. The shimmering oil indicates that it's hot enough to sear the meat, creating that beautiful crust we're aiming for. Working in batches, add the beef strips to the hot skillet. This ensures that each piece has enough space to brown evenly. Avoid overcrowding the pan, as this will lower the temperature and prevent proper browning. Overcrowding causes the beef to steam rather than sear, which we definitely want to avoid. Sear each side for 2 to 3 minutes or until nicely browned. This short searing time is enough to develop a rich, flavorful crust without overcooking the beef. Remember, we're not fully cooking the beef at this stage, just creating a flavorful crust. This crust will add a wonderful texture and taste to our stroganoff. Once browned, transfer the beef to a clean plate and set it aside. This step is important to prevent the beef from overcooking while we prepare the rest of the ingredients. Don't worry, it will finish cooking later in the sauce. This method ensures that the beef remains tender and juicy, absorbing all the flavors from the sauce. Now, let's turn our attention to another star ingredient, the mushrooms. These will add an earthy richness to our stroganoff, complementing the seared beef perfectly. With the beef resting, it's time for the mushrooms to shine. Add the sliced mushrooms to the same skillet you used for the beef. Let them cook undisturbed for a few minutes, allowing them to release their moisture and develop a beautiful golden brown color. Once the mushrooms have shrunk and released most of their liquid, give them a good stir. Continue cooking for another 5 to 7 minutes or until tender and brown to your liking. We want those mushrooms to be flavorful and slightly caramelized, adding depth and texture to our stroganoff. The aroma of those sautéed mushrooms is pure heaven. But hold on, there's more to come. We're about to build a sauce that will bring everything together in perfect harmony. Section 5. Oniony Orchestra. Building the sauce's symphony. Our mushrooms are ready, so let's move on to the foundation of our creamy, dreamy sauce. Add the chopped onion and minced garlic to the skillet with the mushrooms. Sauté them for about 5 minutes or until softened and fragrant. Now here's where things get exciting. If you're using red wine, pour it into the skillet and let it simmer for a few minutes, scraping up any brown bits from the bottom of the pan. This deglazing process adds incredible depth of flavor to the sauce. Next, stir in the cream of mushroom soup, allowing it to melt and combine with the other ingredients. Finally, reduce the heat to low and gently stir in the sour cream. We don't want the sour cream to boil, as it can curdle. Section 6. The Grand Union. Bringing it all together. Our sauce is simmering beautifully, filled with layers of flavor. Now it's time for the grand reunion. Gently add the seared beef back to the skillet, along with any accumulated juices. Stir everything together, ensuring the beef is coated in that luscious sauce. Let the stroganoff simmer over low heat for 10 to 15 minutes. This allows the flavors to meld and the beef to cook through to tender perfection. While the stroganoff simmers, let's turn our attention to the perfect accompaniment egg noodles. Section 7. Noodling around. Crafting the perfect partner. No stroganoff is complete without a bed of perfectly cooked egg noodles. Fill a large pot with water and bring it to a rolling boil. Add a tablespoon of salt to the water. This seasons the noodles and helps them cook evenly. Add the egg noodles to the boiling water and cook according to the package directions, usually around 8 to 10 minutes. We want the noodles cooked through but still firm to the bite, known as al dente. Once the noodles are cooked, drain them in a colander and toss them with a couple of tablespoons of butter. This prevents sticking and adds a touch of richness. Now our noodles are ready to provide the perfect canvas for our creamy, beefy stroganoff. The art of plating presentation matters. Our stroganoff is ready, our noodles are prepped, and it's time to assemble this culinary masterpiece. Spoon a generous portion of those buttery egg noodles onto each plate. Then, ladle a generous amount of the steaming stroganoff over the noodles, ensuring each serving gets a good amount of beef, mushrooms, and that incredible sauce. For a final touch of freshness and color, sprinkle some chopped fresh parsley over each serving. And there you have it, a plate of beef stroganoff that's as visually appealing as it is delicious. Flavorful flourishes, enhancing your stroganoff. While our basic beef stroganoff recipe is fantastic as is, there's always room for personalization. Feel free to experiment with different ingredients to make it your own. Here are some ideas. Spice it up. Add a pinch of cayenne pepper or a dash of hot sauce to the sauce for a touch of heat. Herb it up. Fresh dill or thyme can add wonderful aromatic complexity to your stroganoff. Get cheesy. Sprinkle some grated Parmesan cheese over each serving for a salty, cheesy kick. Remember, the most important ingredient in any recipe is your own creativity. Don't be afraid to experiment and adjust the flavors to your liking. Sharing the bounty, spreading the stroganoff joy. Now that you've created this masterpiece, it's time to share the stroganoff joy. Gather your loved ones around the table and watch their faces light up as they savor each bite. This dish is all about comfort, warmth, and creating lasting memories. And hey, if you're feeling generous, share this recipe with your friends and family. Let them experience the joy of creating this classic dish in their own kitchens. After all, good food is meant to be shared. Until next time, bon appetit and beyond. Well folks, that's a wrap on our beef stroganoff adventure. I hope you enjoyed this culinary journey and feel empowered to recreate this classic dish in your own kitchens. Remember, cooking should be fun and approachable, and with a little practice, you'll be whipping up stroganoff like a pro in no time. Until next time, happy cooking and bon appetit. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this recipe with your friends. See you in our next culinary adventure.